guys, it's coffee time, and just hanging out, having some coffee. My roommate is back in school, so I don't feel nearly as awkward doing videos in the morning again. So that's nice. Because before, like, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna talk real low because I don't want to wake him up. And I'd always end up waking him up. And then when I'd come out into the main room again, he'd be like on his computer, and I'd be like, I'm so sorry. So, trying to be a good roomie. I'm trying. I'm failing a little. um, let's see. What should we talk about today? Let's talk about horses. There's a horse in my background. What could we say about horses? Well, my family used to raise horses, and horses are awesome. I really enjoyed them. My dad got really sick, and so we ended up having to sell all of our animals. But when I was growing up, we had, I think, like, this might be totally wrong. I think we had like 3 generations of horses on our property. And one of our horses, her name was Jamie, and she was so sweet. She was the only horse that my dad would let me ride because all of the other horses were like really intense. But Jamie like was super chill and would just kind of trot. And I'd be like, "Yay, we're trotting." And as I got older, like when I would go visit my friends' places who also had horses, like I always loved making them run. But when I was little, it was nice having a horse that was like, I ain't running. That's way too much work. I'd be like, no. um, but yeah, we had a ton of horses, and we still have like pictures of some of them just like hanging out in our house, even though we don't own them anymore. Like the horses that we really loved, we just kind of keep pictures of them. We had one horse. Was it Raspberry? We had one horse who every time she had a baby, she was just like, go away. Like, she'd go through all the work to have the baby, and then she'd just hate it and be like, no, get away from me. No, leave me alone. I don't like you. And then it would always end up that the baby would like get lost. Like, it would just run away. We'd be like, do you see what you're doing to your children? This is so rude. And of course, our property is completely surrounded by coyotes. So if a horse is like, I'm going to run away and never come back, it really doesn't ever come back, which is sad. Sometimes when we're out, like, way back on our property, we'll find, like, horse bones. It's really sad. But also kind of cool because they've been out there for a really long time, so you have, like, this really cool, like, skeletal structure just out there. So, yeah. I never got good at riding horses, though, because we got rid of them when I was pretty young. And all of my friends had horses that were either really intense or didn't respond well to commands. So I never got really like comfortable with horses. But I enjoy them. I think they're rad. I had a friend who, I had a few friends who did this, but one of my good friends did horse shows. And she loved it. It was like her favorite thing ever. And like when she went to college, she tried to figure out what she wanted to do with her life. And I was like, well, what's your passion? Like, what do you have a passion in? And she was like, I just want something where I'm going to make enough money where I can still have horses. And I was like, that's fair. You do what you love. So, yeah, at one point I was like, well, why don't you just become like a horse masseuse? They make a lot of money and you'd get to work with horses and stuff. And she was like, not really into that. I was like, that's fair. Just thought I'd bring it up. But yeah, horses are pretty cool. Horses are pretty rad. My ex's grandpa, he's like older than dirt, like coolest dude ever, and he still breaks horses. And I thought that was insane, because like, breaking horses is intense if you watch it. And this like way old dude is like, nah, bring me your horses. I'll beat them up. I'm like, dude, you are way cooler than me. Way cooler than I will ever be. He's also a sharpshooter, which I think is just so cool. But yeah, horses. I miss horses. I used to take like huge handfuls of grass and go up to the horses and be like, treat! And the horses would be like, sweet! And start eating it and then deadpan at me and be like, really? You brought us grass? You could have brought us something really cool like a carrot. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even care. I think the last time that I got to like really interact with horses was when I was working on this woman named Janice's farm, which was rad, by the way. Like, she's super super hippie, which I'm pretty hippie, so we got along really well. And um, yeah, she has a bunch of horses, and like every day they get a huge bowl of like shredded carrots with nutritional yeast and all of this other stuff like mixed in that's really good for them. And they just devoured it, and I was like, dude, horses are pretty rad. And like if you came up to them with the carrot mixture, they'd be like, nah, dude, go ahead. I won't mess with you. I really want that carrot right now. And I'd be like, that's right. That's right, you do. But they would spend hours shredding carrots. Hours. It was insane. I never couldn't understand that. I was like, man, it feels like there's an easier way to do this. I feel like there's some sort of an automatic shredder that you could throw these in. I mean, when you're feeding carrots to 3 horses, I think they had like 6 or 7 alpaca, 4 goats, and a llama. It's like, you need something to make this easier, I think. Just a little bit easier. But yeah, yeah, I have like a way crazy looking horse on my background, which is why I was like, let's talk about horses, because I keep looking at it. It's like right under. I have my webcam thing up, and then I have my audio thing up, and then there was just this crazy horse face right here staring at me, and so I keep like glancing at it and being like, hi horse, how you doing? Probably gonna change my background now. Yeah, good times. Well, I should go to work. Gross. I actually really enjoy work. I hate commuting. I hate having to like make the drive from work or from home to work. It always feels like a lot going on. I keep waiting for everybody in my life to be like, why are you still wearing that spoon bracelet? And I'm gonna be like, I don't know. It's super comfy. It's like, it's a length that I really appreciate, because normally they're like too short, like they cut off like right there, and when I put them on I'm like, this isn't long enough. But this one, like, it like seriously covers your wrist, and I dig it. Since I wanted to justify myself to you. Anywho, I'm gonna go. So I hope that you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah. So I'm not leaving until Thursday. Thumbs up! Alright, bye-bye.